comes right up the middle, makes a nice cut. Deion Sanders to the 50. Deion Sanders to the 40. Deion Sanders hurdles to the 30, to the 20. Deion Sanders will score a Seminole touchdown.
Before he was Coach Prime, before the gold chains, before the Colorado spotlight, Deion Sanders was already building one of the most powerful brands in sports. This is the story of how one man turned speed, style, and self-belief into a financial empire that transcends football. From a childhood in Florida to NFL and MLB superstardom, to transforming college programs into cash-flowing powerhouses, Deion's career is a blueprint for turning talent into enterprise. In this video, we'll break down how he mastered 4 sports in high school, became the fastest man to the money, and evolved into the business mastermind we now know as Prime Time. From Fort Myers to Prime Time. Deion Lewin Sanders grew up in Fort Myers, Florida, where confidence was a requirement, not a choice. Raised primarily by his mother, he learned early to back up every word with results. He didn't have much, but he had speed, world-class speed. At North Fort Myers High School, he was a 4-sport athlete: football, baseball, basketball, and track. Coaches said he'd finish practice in one sport and sprint straight across campus to join another. That discipline shaped the mentality that would define his entire career. When college recruiters called, Florida State University got the prize. At FSU, Deion was electric. He played football and baseball, but he also ran track, sprinting in the 100 and 200 meters, and anchoring relay teams. His blend of athleticism and flair was unmatched, and that's when people started calling him Prime Time. He was fast on the field, fast off the field, and, as history would prove, the fastest man to the money. The birth of a brand. Even before he turned pro, Deion understood that sports weren't just games. They were business. Long before social media, he was crafting an image: flashy suits, gold jewelry, and confidence that lit up every camera. Reporters didn't just interview Deion, they chased him. He realized image was leverage. Companies wanted that charisma. Nike, Pepsi, Sega, brands that built the 1990s, all lined up to sign him. At a time when most athletes relied on team contracts, Deion was already monetizing personality. He once said, "They don't pay you for who you are, they pay you for who they think you are." And nobody made the world believe quite like Prime Time. The Prime Time payday. In 1989, the Atlanta Falcons drafted Deion Sanders 5th overall. His rookie deal was worth about $4.4 million, but he doubled that through endorsements before his first season ended. Unlike most players, he didn't just play one sport, he played 2. Deion was a dual-threat phenomenon, suiting up for the Falcons on Sundays and the Atlanta Braves on summer nights. He became the only man in history to hit a major league home run and score an NFL touchdown in the same week. Over 14 NFL seasons, his salary totaled around $33 million, which equals over $60 million today when adjusted for inflation. Add baseball contracts, endorsements, speaking deals, and TV appearances, and his career earnings easily passed the $100 million mark. He trademarked Prime Time and Coach Prime, turning his own nickname into intellectual property. That meant every appearance, product, or partnership carried licensing value. Even his celebrations, the high-stepping runs, the dance into the end zone, were marketing gold. Deion Sanders wasn't just playing the game, he was monetizing it. The man behind the money. For all his flash, Deion's work ethic was relentless. He was famous for staying late after games, watching film, and studying opponents' tendencies. That discipline came from those early years juggling sports and school. He once said, "They call it cocky. I call it confident. I back it up every time." That belief powered his business moves too. When other athletes spent money to look rich, Deion invested in media rights, real estate, and brand control. His personal philosophy became his marketing strategy: look good, feel good, play good, and they'll pay good. It wasn't just a quote, it was a business plan that he lived by. From Prime to Coach Prime. After retirement, Deion Sanders could have faded into broadcasting, but he wanted impact. In 2020, he took a job that shocked everyone: head coach at Jackson State University, a historically black college.
These are tears that you don't understand the prayers that has been made. These are tears that has accompanied me through this journey. These are tears of satisfaction, Mr. President. These are tears of joy.
Jackson State wasn't known for multi-million-dollar budgets or national TV games. Within a year of Deion's arrival, everything changed. He brought corporate sponsors like Walmart, American Airlines, and Under Armour. Merchandise sales skyrocketed. Stadium attendance hit all-time highs. The program's brand value more than doubled, and HBCU football got mainstream coverage for the first time in decades. Deion proved that visibility is currency. By building his players' confidence, he built the school's economy, and in doing so, he changed the conversation around what an HBCU football program could be. Colorado and the Prime Effect. When Deion moved to the University of Colorado, skeptics said it was all show. But within months, it became one of the biggest success stories in college sports history. Colorado went from a 1-11 record to a national phenomenon. Season tickets sold out for the first time in 30 years. Merchandise sales surged over $5 million in a single season. Local businesses near Boulder reported record profits. ESPN estimated that the Coach Prime effect brought more than $90 million in economic impact to the area in 1 year. It wasn't luck, it was business acumen. Deion understands that attention drives revenue, and few people command attention like him. He told reporters, "I don't just move the needle, I am the needle," and he was right. His arrival turned a struggling program into a brand that prints money, not just for himself, but for an entire community. The business of belief. What makes Deion different is that his brand isn't just built on flash, it's built on faith and family. He talks openly about God, purpose, and perseverance, and that authenticity sells. Through his media company, Well Off Media, run by his sons, Deion controls his own narrative. Every locker room speech, every pre-game talk, every emotional moment, it's filmed, edited, and released on his own channels. Millions of views, millions of impressions, and total ownership of his story. He doesn't need ESPN or traditional networks to tell his legacy. He became his own media empire. That's not just influence, that's infrastructure. The Prime portfolio. Today, Deion Sanders' business empire stretches far beyond the sidelines. He's built partnerships with Aflac, Nike, Beats by Dre, and American Express. He's invested in real estate, media companies, and apparel. His signature Prime Gear line sells nationwide. He hosts motivational events, leadership seminars, and brand collaborations that merge faith with finance. For companies, hiring Deion Sanders isn't a celebrity deal. It's a marketing strategy. Every move he makes is monetized, every message magnified. His ability to blend entertainment with education has made him one of the most commercially valuable personalities in all of sports. The Prime Blueprint. Deion Sanders was once the kid running barefoot down Florida dirt roads, chasing speed. Now he's the man redefining what it means to be rich, not just in money, but in mindset. He proved that charisma can be capital, that confidence can be currency, and that authenticity, when packaged with discipline, can build generational wealth. From the NFL to MLB, from Jackson State to Colorado, every step of his journey has been a masterclass in self-branding and belief. His estimated net worth today stands between $45 and $50 million, but his real value is far greater. He has reshaped how athletes think about business, showing that the brand you build lasts longer than the game you play. He was the fastest man to the money, and decades later, he's still outrunning the competition. Work hard, believe louder, and remember, in the world of football and finance, there's only one prime time.